Hello and welcome to the Sketching Greyhound.
I can't let him take my soul.
That was Jesse saying hi to his pack. If you want to check if you are a member of Jesse's pack, it's pretty simple. Just check if you have subscribed to the channel and clicked on that bell icon. You did? Ah, welcome. You didn't? I hope I can convince you otherwise with this video. Today we will be taking a look at Danny Gonzalez, a pretty big content creator here on YouTube. He's very funny, I've seen so many videos of him. I wanted to draw him and I was thinking about what can I as an artist talk about when I look at his channel while we are drawing him. And he did this video on his second channel actually, where he ranked lookalikes of himself. It's not really on us to judge his decisions on ranking his lookalikes, so that's exactly what we will be doing.
Cause I can't let him take my soul. No. Oh, I can't let him take my soul.
But let's first talk about the picture I selected for drawing him today. He was actually saying about himself in his Instagram post on his Instagram that he looked a little bit lifeless in the eyes, a little bit demonic, a little bit frightened. Well, I'm not afraid of that. I have a little bit of experience with demons. We solved that issue for our Jesse in one of the last videos.
Sending you vert, if I get my little Uzi. They thinking I'm crazy.
So this is what we will go with.
People I'm saying, get what I'm painting. A picture big, I call it little baby. If I'm on the board, then we play.
Okay, I was originally going to go through all of the pictures and how he ranks them and talk about if I agree or don't, like a direct one-to-one commentary video. And it's not like there is not a lot to talk about. When I watched the video, I was actually surprised how he classified some of those lookalikes. And when I look at the comment section, I'm definitely not the only one. I'm a little bit confused about one or the other decision. I recorded about halfway through or something, but then it really started to feel a little bit invasive on his decisions. He is entitled on his opinions about his lookalikes, and I should not criticize them in any kind of detail. We are not going through it step by step. You can go and watch that video if you want to see all of them. We will look at some highlights, I would say, and just talk about what makes a Danny, because that is more or less what this is all about. This video that also he did, the tier list. So when does somebody look like a Danny? And as I already said, as I did drew him, I see it here already in front of me. You don't. I have noticed a couple of things that make a Danny. And I think you can see that in the pictures that he shows here, in the ones that are looking like him. And I would be very interested in hearing from him if he could really verbalize what the reasons are. And he kind of does at one point.
I think that what we're coming to find out while doing this tier list is that how much it looks like me is only a little bit important. And what's really important is whether I like the picture or not.
So he is pretty much aware that it's more about, does he like the picture? Does he like to be, or not like, does he enjoy being associated with that picture? Is it a silly picture? Is it a funny picture? He likes to be associated with that a little bit more than with a boring picture. And I can understand that. But what makes a Danny? If we look at Danny's face, and not necessarily the picture I took, it's not ideal for this, because one of the, I think, most Danny things in his face are the eyes and the eyebrows, and that you have a certain angle. So I will search for a picture that shows you a resting Danny face. That I hope you can see there what I mean. So you have that angle in the eyebrows and the a little bit puppy dog sad eyes. You have that prominent nose that you can also see in my picture. And I was constantly thinking, am I drawing it too big? It can't be that big, but it fits. It fits the face, so it works. And he has the chin is quite pointy. It's a very distinct shape. It's also a little bit protruding. If you look from the side, his profile, he has a little bit of growth in here. So those are things I think that make a Danny. He's talking a lot about the hairstyle. I don't think that is... He seems to have the same hairstyle from the beginning of time. So I'm not sure if that is why he is referencing his hair so much when he talks about similarities to these doppelgangers. But I don't think it could be blonde or whatever. He has a very good example in here. It could be long and black and the person could still look a lot like him with a wig. So I think stuff like that, even makeup. You know, there's this one person where he's actually talking about age. Doesn't seem to have a problem with a person being very young to talk about a similarity, but when they're too old. Anyway, you can see with that person, it has a lot of makeup. It still looks like Danny. Well, this one that he actually also puts quite high on the list. The person without that outfit and the makeup probably does not look at all like Danny. you don't know. But in this getup, it's very similar. And that's perhaps because of the makeup. I think the lesson is more or less you can never look at just one feature in the face, like the nose. It's not enough to have that Danny nose. I think one of the most important things to get a similarity is the eye area and that puppy dog eyes. So that's something that I try to recreate in my picture. And I think we can talk about that now for a second. What do you think? But first, let me say, Danny, if you're watching this video and you are planning to do actually kind of an update of your tier list and you want help by a professional portrait artist with a lot of experience and they don't have time, you can always fall back on me. Actually, don't even bother. I have asked them all. They are terribly busy and they are very sorry, but I'm there for you. Just hit me up. But anyway. Yeah, we are already deep in the details in the face. I was shading here the forehead, adding a little bit of the white. I really love how the white looks here when I saw the picture. And yeah, I understand what Danny meant by that the eyes are looking a little bit dark and stuff, but still there is a lot of dark light contrast here that is just perfect for my gray paper. I love this kind of picture on the gray paper with the light details. So I really wanted to draw this picture. Although, once again, not the best quality detail-wise. Face is relatively small, but it was enough. It looked like enough information and it turned out to be definitely enough information. I considered if I would even add the sunglasses or just leave them out there, but I went for it. And the hair, I think, looks pretty decent. I am not a big fan of drawing hair. It gets better, saying that in almost every video, but it gets better and better, and that's where the fun starts, right? When you see that you are getting better. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get better and better. That's already normally enough motivation. And yeah, I think his hair looks a little bit Wolverine-y in the end. So on the right side, perhaps a bit too much volume in the hair in comparison to the original, but it turned out pretty decent, so I cannot really complain. Also, I changed my approach a little bit in regards of the white. I was using a pastel white a lot normally, and I was just adding a little bit on with the regular colored white pencil that I have. It sounds strange to say colored white, but you know what I mean. And I think on this paper now that white is really strong. So it always was a little bit more of a transparent white in contrast to the pastel, which was just a very strong white. But it did not give you a lot of control. So you had the extreme white, and if you wanted less, it wasn't very easy and not very detailed what you could do. And with the color pencil now, I really enjoy using it this way and getting this deep white. Can you say deep white? I'm not a native English speaker, if you have not noticed yet. Anyway, you see the white, it works very well. I only need that one white anymore. I'm using on the gray paper more or less just that one pencil also, and the black stone. So it makes the process perhaps a little bit less complex actually. But yeah, that's all I can really say about this. I really like it, how it turned out. even with the angle of the face. And yeah, this is my Danny.
If I get my little Uzi, they thinking I'm crazy. I'm gonna see you to hate this. People I'm saying, get what I'm painting. A picture big, I call it little baby. If I'm on the board, then we playing chess.
Not much left to say about the picture. I am really happy. I think we have not transferred the demon from the photograph into the picture. But now you can let me know what you think about the picture down in the comment section. Check Danny's video out. Thank you so much for dropping by. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you liked it and I'm perhaps convinced you to do it now. I hope I see you soon. Thank you very much for your time and goodbye.
But I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul.